smash that like and subscribe, because today we're asking the only question that matters in 2025. Who's the best partner, your towel, your air conditioner, or the French rapper who lives in your toilet? Comment your pick right now, because Date Everything isn't just a meme. It's a full-blown feelings-loaded dating sim where your entire house has a personality and way too much tea to spill. Setup is simple and delightfully petty. You get canned from a megacorp on day one. A mystery hacker mails you experimental glasses called dateaviators. And suddenly, every object in your place manifests as a fully voiced character. Doors with boundaries, towels with beach dreams, an air fryer who evangelizes oil-free living like kitchen cult. Even abstract stuff, air, water, dread shows up to flirt, lecture, or ask you to unpack your issues. It sounds like satire, but it plays like a surprisingly sincere anthology about connection, self-respect, and learning how to talk to furniture. The Loop is one part chill visual novel, one part house crawl. You wander a 3D home, chat with up to 5 characters per in-game day, and nudge relationships toward love, friendship, or hate. Hitting endings pumps up your specs, poise, smarts, empathy, sass, and charm, which in turn unlock new dialogue routes and let you realize certain characters into fuller versions of themselves. You're not just spamming hearts, you're tuning your vibe to open new story beats elsewhere in the house. It's a clever feedback loop that makes choices feel networked, not siloed. Let's talk cast, because that's the headline. This is Voice Actor Avengers. You've got folks like Matt Mercer dropping in as a certain dicey companion, Ben Starr charming it up behind the door with standards, Laura Bailey, Bryce Papenbrook, Robbie Damon, Ray Chase, Max Mittelman. The list is stacked. The magic isn't just cameos, it's commitment. Performances go hard whether they're doing sincere heartbreak or committing to the dumbest pun you've heard all week. A shower croons like a lounge singer, a fridge cares deeply about food safety, your PC knows your fanfic secrets and wants an upgrade. The joke lands, but the characters keep you there. Now the big debate. Can a game with 100 plus dateables actually give you meaningful arcs? Two schools of thought. On one side, the quantity equals bloat crowd points out that some interactions feel thinner, that occasionally one off-key line rockets you onto the hate route with no graceful apology path, and that a few quality of life upgrades, text logs, autoplay, clearer targeting when you're staring at a cluster of windows would smooth out the day-to-day. On the other side, the world over roots people argue that the brilliance is in the ensemble, the way appliances gossip, exes avoid each other across the laundry room, and side characters cameo in each other's quests, turning a house into a living neighborhood. I'm mostly in camp 2. The connective tissue is where it sings. Pacing is the secret weapon. Limiting you to 5 conversations a day sounds restrictive, but it stops burnout and turns the whole thing into a nightly serial. Meet a new character, laugh, get a gut punch, sleep on it. The house changes as relationships evolve. You unlock a speakeasy in your breaker box, hunt down a grifting bobby pin that keeps moving, and find a dust bunny who's somehow thirstier than your DMs. The devs also respect your boundaries. There's a toggle to skip heavier topics without losing the thread of the story, and the roster showcases a genuinely inclusive range of bodies, backgrounds, and personalities without feeling like a checkbox exercise. A word on difficulty, it's more vibes than min-max, but don't sleep on specs. Some characters need you to hit a charm threshold, others respond to snark or sensitivity, and a few delight in you pushing back. Your choices matter more in pattern than in any single line. Consistently rude to a character who likes a bit of edge but not cruelty. That's a different trajectory than being accidentally mean once. Pro tip for sanity: keep a tiny notes app for time of day gates or location specific chats. The game occasionally asks you to find a character at a particular time or window, and that's where the just one more day hook burrows Indiana. Is every route a banger? No, some stories resolve quickly or lean on obvious gags, and a couple of scavengery errands feel like, well, chores. But even the lighter arcs usually bring one strong moment, a line, an animation, a perfectly delivered pun that justifies the detour. The hit rate is shockingly high, and the great arcs are genuinely great. The messy on-again, off-again in your laundry corner? Way more human than it has any right to be. The table who talks like a dusty cowboy about the dignity of wood, chef's kiss. The nightclub hidden in your electrical panel. That's the kind of absurdity games should lean into more often. Value-wise, it's beefy. You could mainline favorites and still be busy for weeks. Completionists staring down date everyone in one run are signing up for around 80 hours, and the game knows it. There's a phone feature that drops clues for new encounters, so you're not stuck rubbing your cursor on baseboards, hoping a sentient dust mote appears. The price-to-content ratio is generous, but more importantly, it's the right shape of content. Bite-sized arcs that stack into a larger portrait of a home that accidentally became a community. So where do we land? Date everything. Shouldn't work. It should be a weekend gag with a clever trailer. Instead, it's one of the most joyful, oddly comforting narrative games this year, sweet without being saccharine, horny without being gross, and sincere enough to sneak past your irony defenses. It's not flawless. A few roots lack nuance and QOL misses keep it from masterpiece territory. But the craft on display, writing, art, performances more than carries the weight. On Veteran Games' scale of is this the good weird, it's an easy yes. Sound off below. Does 100 plus romance options spread the butter too thin? Or does the ensemble drama make the house feel more alive than most AA open worlds? And seriously, who are you romancing first? Team towel, team AC, or team toilet wrapper? Drop your hot take, and if you want more deep dive reviews with a little bite, you know what to do, like sub and ring that bell.